This episode of The Young Turks brought to you by Thrillist.
Lara Logan had an interview with 60 Minutes, and it's the first time that she's come out to talk about her experience covering the protests in Egypt. If you guys can remember, during the protest, she was sexually assaulted. And we've never really had the details of the story, but she did sit down with 60 Minutes, and she had an interview with the New York Times, and she kind of talked about what happened and what she experienced. We have a clip that 60 Minutes released today. Let's watch it.
Our camera battery went down. And we had to stop for a moment, and suddenly Baha looks at me and says, "We've got to get out of here."
Baha is not happy here?
He's Egyptian, he speaks Arabic, and he can hear what the crowd is saying.
Yeah.
He understands what no one else in the crew understands.
That's right. I thought, not only am I going to die here, but it's going to be just a torturous death that's going to go on forever and ever and ever.
That's heavy stuff. And the reason why I'm bringing this story up today is because, you know, when we originally covered it, people were very skeptical, like almost as if she would lie about what she went through. And people, you know, kind of questioned her and questioned whether or not she was telling the truth. I don't know. I hated the response that people had to it. And, you know, I think that when you hear her talking about it, it makes you realize, look, this isn't some sort of joke. She went through something serious, and it's not something that you can just brush off as her exaggerating and you know, just making things up for attention.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yes, that did happen. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, women are treated like shit all over the world. And they're treated like shit in this country too. And I don't mean to diminish the fact that she was brutally attacked, and I'm not, mm-hmm. and it sucks. But, you know, I hope that people will not just sit and blame other cultures and the way they treat women, and not take a look at how women are abused every day in this country as well. Women are taken out and raped in parking lots and, you know, bars, and husbands and boyfriends beat them up every day. And we just need to, people need to, you know, they abuse women over there and we abuse them here. And I'm not saying that it's the same, we're not the same country, but.
Right. And I don't think she's trying to imply that, you know, she was at a protest in Egypt, and because she was in Egypt, this happened, and it's acceptable behavior. That's not the case at all. You know, the Egyptian military came in and they saved her. When she was talking to the New York Times, she said, quote, "For an extended period of time, they raped me with their hands. My clothes were torn to pieces. What really struck me was how merciless they were. They really enjoyed my pain and suffering. It incited them to more violence." Okay, and then she talked about how she was saved by members of the Egyptian military, and women came to her rescue. And, you know, I just don't think that she's trying to imply that this was acceptable behavior in Egypt and no one wanted to help her out.
Yeah, she's kind of painting a picture here of a mob getting incited by the moment, mm-hmm. and then getting lost in that, and then really whipped up and getting off on abusing someone.
Right.
Yeah, and she definitely found herself in the middle of that. And what a terrible place and scary place to be, especially, you know, when you can't understand what people are saying to you as well. And You're separated from the people who are supposed to protect you. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a scary situation. And I think that the larger issue here is not just the fact that, she got assaulted in that way, but the fact that reporters really put their lives on the line when they go out and they do real journalism, when they cover these real stories that are happening, whether it's the protests, whether it's the war. They put themselves, right there in potential harm and in danger. And it takes a tremendously strong individual to take on a job like that. Thrillist gives you great suggestions for where to go when you're looking to have a little fun.
Best new bars, restaurants, events, services, anything that you're looking for, Thrillist has it. You sign up through Thrillist.com/TYT.
Go to Thrillist because it's the illest.
Think about it. That was good. That was good. That was good. You are the world's largest dork.